Yeah, I want to show some love, give some support to my boy Devin, founder of Utah Nation. Continuous success, brother. And all I gotta say is, it ain't no me without you, baby.
Ain't no me without you, baby.
It ain't no me without you, baby.
Yeah, you talk, it's the people show. Look, you talk, let the people know. Look, yeah.
This is hurricane season. Only legends come up out there, you like Chris and Teigen. Name a letter better, W, that's what we preaching. Hurricane force winds whenever we breezing. Got rings for a reason. Look, we treat a gator like the swamp people. And Seminoles like the block people. And for my dogs, I will drive people. Just being frank, I got they flank like a cornerback. And I ain't even much a Florida cat. But hurricanes, I know more of that than most. Cause I seen them turn our houses into boats. That's that real talk, baby. I hope you was taking notes. That's that real talk, baby. Yellow Nation, coast to coast. It's that Utah.
Yeah.
It's Utah, baby.
Yeah.
It's Utah, baby.
#1 podcast.
Utah family, what go on? What go on? This your boy D, and I got my guy, Mr. Larry Frank Jr., a.k.a. LFJ Steelers versus Raiders. And I got the best of it this year in that there. I got the best of it this year.
Christmas Eve, I'm going to get my round back.
You seen the schedule yesterday? Yeah, yes, I know you did. I know you did. Hey, you guys. Y'all know how we start every show. It ain't no us. Without you, baby. K Nation, what's going on? What's going on? Utah family, what's going on? Y'all know who get the first shout out of the night. Shout out to the super producer himself, Mr. King Judge.
KJ Production in the building.
Hey, King Judge, what it do? What's going on, big dog? How you doing, baby? What's going on? And also, man, I want to shout out Mr. Arthur Tarlington, man. Shout out to Mr. Arthur Tarlington, man. How you doing? What's up, Arthur? I want to do some, it's been a while, Larry Frank, man. I got to do some birthdays, man, and let everybody know, man, that we, on behalf of the Utah family, we want to say happy birthday to you guys, man. So, happy birthday to Will Croft, Asa Seal, Don Roth Sr., Rusty Moore, Alfred Williams Jr., what up? Letitia Pugh, Booster, what it do? Cedric Crump, Alvin Pittman, my guy, Mr. Victor Cox, and a special happy birthday tomorrow to my guy, Mr. Cheetah McCullough, man. Shout out to Cheetah, man. Happy birthday to all of you guys. Love y'all. On behalf of the Utah family, Kane Nation, we just want to say happy birthday to everybody, man. So without any further ado, Larry Frank, it's Utah, baby. Let's go.
It's Utah, baby. It's Utah, baby.
The corporates are in the building, Larry Frank. We got Natrella. Mm-hmm. We got Cuban Kane. We got Beeler. Jeffrey O'Neal and Josh Ayers are in the building, man. What's going on, family? How everybody doing tonight on a Friday night? Larry Frank, let me start off by asking you, my guy, how you doing on this Friday night, man? What's good?
First full day as a grandfather. I'm doing great. Grandson.
And congratulations. Utah family, let's give our guy, man, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. a big hand, man.
A little bit more grade gonna be popping.
Papa is a grandpa. Yes. Shout out to Papa, man. How your baby boy doing, man? How's he doing?
He was healthy, man. He was 5'10", 5'11", right at 6, and like I say, I got some pictures, man. He was eating and going to sleep. So hey, man, he definitely ain't stole it. It's in the genes. That's how we do. Once we get a good meal, we out for the count. So
you Gucci?
No doubt.
Gucci when you get filled with something in that bread basket?
Most definitely. Thank you to everybody in the chat for the congratulations, man. You know, like I say, before we really get into it, I just want to say that this was really emotional for me because I found out that he was coming on the night that my father had passed, you know. Mm-hmm. So, and the irony was my grandmother's birthday was yesterday. He was born on my grandmother's birthday. And I think I told that to you, D. That's just a sign that, you know what, everything's all good, you know, from up there from the family. So Feeling great, man. But I'm ready to get into it, man. Let's get it.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Well, you know, the first subject I want to step into tonight, man, is Larry Frank. We kind of talked about it briefly yesterday, and that is our Miami Hurricanes are 9-point underdogs going into College Station.
Right.
And I just want to know how in the hell, Frankie Dog, is that possible? Talk to me, man. I mean, do you see that? Jeffrey O'Neal, thanks for the dono. Love you.
Appreciate the dono, J.O. The best explanation I can give for Miami being 9-point dogs in the spring,
right?
It's that SEC bias. It's two things. It's really three things. One is the SEC bias. That's the first thing. Two is that the game is being played in College Station. I think if that game would be played at a neutral site, I think the line would be a little bit closer. I think maybe within 6 or so, because they're not going to give Miami respect anyway.
No.
And I think the third factor is the fact that A&M is coming off of a season where they beat Alabama, and anybody that beats Alabama gets that extra hype, especially an SEC team.
Right.
So, you know what? For everybody that does the FanDuel and DraftKings and all of that, I mean, hey, look, I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I play one on Utah. But I'm gonna tell you what I would do. I would jump on them 9 points now, because as the season gets closer, as the roster gets set, as players get placed in position, it's gonna move on our side. It's gonna move in our favor. I think by September 17th, I think by game day, I think we will be 4.5 to no more than 6. You know, and 6 is stretching it, but we're definitely going to move that line, you know, because at the end of the day, we have a Heisman hopeful at quarterback. I don't even know who Texas A&M's quarterback is.
Well, he's going to be a red shirt sophomore. 5 rings. What it do? What's up, boy? What's good, man? How you doing tonight, brother?
Sam.
Well, yeah, they got like freshmen. They got the red shirt. I think he's a red shirt sophomore, Larry Frank, if I'm not mistaken. Haynes is like King or something like that. Haynes King. He's projected to be their starter.
That's
and then
what
they got
saying.
Another freshman and a junior. You know, yeah, exactly.
It's like, you know, that's almost to me like a sucker bet, because that's to me, that line is very disrespectful. Very. And the thing about it is, if they would have said 7 or less, I could live with that. But you can't tell me, and we're going to run over when we get over the transfers, because I got a lot of stats and a lot of stuff packed up here to really break down, especially on the defensive side of the ball with the transfers that we have coming in. But you can't tell me that once these roster positions get set, that we're still going to be a 9-point dog. I don't see it. I mean, as good as Alabama was, I think we were 14 last year, and that was Alabama, who last season I think were light years better than what A&M is coming into this season. And we didn't have the team or the coaching staff last season that we have this season. I think in 2019 to Florida, I think we were like 5.5, maybe 6 or whatever, if I recall. So
I think it was 5.
It was 5 in that area, somewhere like that. And then to LSU, if I'm not mistaken, back in 2018, I got to go in the memory bank, I think we were no more than 7. So, you know, to me, those past games and past teams, there was a lot more uncertainty. We didn't have, I don't think, as good of a group as we have now.
Oh, and I agree.
To have us to have A&M laying 9, I just think that's just the odds makers in Vegas are just really being disrespectful, and they're not paying attention to what's happening down here and what's being assembled. So yeah, I'm taking 9. Matter of fact, I got to put that bet in before that line moves. I'm taking 9. If you're gonna give me some easy money, that's some easy money, because honestly, we can win that game outright. I feel like we got a great shot to win it outright. And I mean, if anybody wants to jump on that, they're gonna lose some money messing with that line.
So let me ask you this. I mean, and in saying that, I mean, A&M was like what? They were like what they were fifth in that division over there with Alabama. I think they went like what 8-4 or something like that. Were they
Yeah,
8-4 last year?
they lost to Mississippi State. They lost to Ole Miss. They beat Alabama. Let me see. They lost to both Mississippi schools. I'm trying to think. They lost to LSU at the end of the season because that's how LSU was able to get bowl eligible. That's 3 losses. I can't recall maybe Auburn. Auburn may have been the other loss. I don't remember. But at the end of the day, Mississippi State went into College Station and beat them. I need somebody, whoever made that line, to justify to me how Mississippi State can go in there and beat them, but you figure we're not going to cover 9 points. With Mississippi State not having a Heisman hopeful quarterback, not having the defense,
Atlanta came.
I need some justification and some explanation on that, because I just don't understand the logic behind setting this game at 9 points, you see. And I know it's early, and I looked at for the NFL. I mean, they set the over-under on the Saints season total at 7. Guess what? The Saints signed Jarvis Landry today. And they signed Jarvis Landry about 3 hours ago, and they got Olave from Ohio State, Michael Thomas. The Saints are loaded. I'm telling you, people in Vegas, I don't know if COVID done messed their brains up or what, but something don't add up with these odds. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Let's just say, Frank.
COVID done messed their brains up, man. They brain cells up, man.
I can't lie, man. I know I had us going 9-3, and I can't say that that was one of the teams that I picked that we would lose to, but damn, I mean 9 points though, nah. And like I say, I'm just optimistic about going. I think Fila, who was that said it about going into the College Station with
102,000 fans. That was Fila.
Yeah, and I mean it's just being on the road and being in that type of atmosphere, and that's kind of what I base my opinion on. But I just don't see 9 points though, bro. And like I say, I think we could go in there and do it. Considering, with a different coaching staff that we have this year versus what we had last year.
Right. And real quick, I just want to highlight this comment right here.
Mm-hmm.
J.O. just put this up, and this is straight up gold right here. We're going to beat Texas A&M, and I bet you they will not move us up no more than 2 spots at the most. But if they beat us, they will drop us at least 10. That is straight up facts right there, because of the combination of the media bias that the NC they have for the SEC. Mm-hmm. And the hate that they have for Miami. We would literally have to stomp A&M maybe like a 40-something to 3 shutout to get some real respect. And that's sad. That's sad.
They go B Mike. B Mike, you know how I am, B Mike. I hear you, B Mike, but you know how I am, B.
And another thing, real quick, shout out to you. Another thing, I'm sorry to cut you off, D. I'm gonna give it back to you.
Man on the mission, you okay? Do your thing.
Yeah. What up, Benny? What's happening?
For the dono.
Appreciate the dono. Another thing to keep in mind is this is the 3rd game of the season. I could see if this was the opening game, but this is the 3rd game of the season. You got tune-up games in Bethune-Cookman and Southern Miss. I'm pretty sure we're going to win those 2 games. We're going to put up a combined 90 to 100 points in those first 2 games. It's going to be a track meet. Once we do that, there's no way that line's still going to be 9 points. But then again, this is Miami versus the SEC. They may move it up to 10 because they just hate us that much, and they love anything that's SEC related. So who knows, man? But we'll see, though.
Well, let's move on to the next one, man. So what are your thoughts on the top 25, on how they are projected? How's it's looking right now? What do you think? You think that you feel good about Miami being number 12?
Well, that was, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was the CBS poll. The CBS poll has Miami at number 12. The AP had them at 19, and the ESPN doesn't have them ranked at all. So I usually like to go off of the AP because, in my opinion, the AP is the one that matters the most. Mm-hmm. CBS is just a bunch of sports writers who have their own theories. Same with ESPN, sports writers that have their own theories. the AP to me is the one that's really going a long way into defining and really being closest to hitting the nail on the head with the best programs. And for a while, it was one of the measuring tools for helping determine who would play for the national championship all those years ago. So I tend to roll with the AP. So to have us at 19 in the AP, I think is pretty fair at this point, because once again, so much is yet to be determined with these roster spots. And Feli just, once again, Feli's on it tonight, man. He's just killing it with his facts and all of that. And that's true. You know, that's what it's going to take. Go back to 2017 and look what we had to do.
My mother,
Appreciate
thank you for the dono, sweetie. Appreciate you.
And we haven't seen y'all, but happy belated Mother's Day to the mothers in here as well.
Most definitely.
But if you go back to 2017, even though we were scratching and scraping by, look what it took for Miami to get into the top 5. Remember,
mission, Peter Barrett. Thank you for the dono.
That my dude, man, my dude.
That's the guy. That's the guy.
As my nieces say, Uncle Boosie.
You already know.
Yeah, but go back to 2017, and if you recall, I think Miami was ranked 7th when they played Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame was 3rd, and the beatdown that they put on Notre Dame. I don't think they rose that high, because they didn't get to number 2 after that beatdown.
No, we didn't.
They got to number 2 because that was at the beginning of November, if I'm not mistaken. They got to number 2 the week before Thanksgiving, before they played Pitt, because they played Pitt Thanksgiving weekend when Pitt we couldn't do nothing offensively. So to me, that tells a lot, because if you're number 7, and as much and similar to the SEC, they love Notre Dame from the independent standpoint. Notre Dame gets a lot of love and gets a lot of overrated love and overrated placement every year.
Yes.
And for us to just destroy them the way we did on national television, and I think we might have, what did we go up to, like 5? 6 or 5? I don't even think we moved that much.
I think we got to like 6. I want to say 6.
Yeah, because I remember.
Anybody in the chat remember that? I think we got to 6.
Yeah, help us out, because if I'm not mistaken, I know we didn't make the top 4, because the top 4 at the time, that's when you were highlighting who was in playoff contention. We didn't even get put in there after we destroyed Notre Dame. So the hatred is just there. So I'm like this, man. Let's just week by week, as B Max said, bro. Let's just go week by week. Let's knock them down one by one, like Denzel in The Equalizer, bro. Let's just take them out one by one and knock some heads off, because at the end of the day, we moved. Okay, B-Max says we moved up to number 3. Okay, all right. I stand corrected. Wait, hold up. J.O. said we moved up 2 spots. So that means we went from 7 to 5, but B-Max says we went up to number 3. See, I don't remember.
Me neither. I thought it was 6.
Yeah. But either which way, that type of a beatdown should have catapulted, because they were number 3, if I'm not mistaken. That type of a beatdown should have put us at least at number 3. Maybe we did get to number 3. I don't remember. But what I'm saying is, what we have to do is we have to stop looking, and I hate when our fan base does this. Our fan base, they start thinking, okay, we won this game. Well, we'll win this game next week, and then we'll win that game. We have to start taking it week by week. I ain't throwing no shot, Devin. I know you do that, but
I do. I know you're talking about me. You already know I know you're talking about me, but you can't. I do it. I'm good at it.
You and hundreds.
I am notorious for it. And B Mike know I am.
Vitek. He called it. He called it right there. Vitek. I remember now that he's saying it. It was Virginia Tech. But, and listen, I'm guilty of it as well in the past. But what I'm doing now moving forward is I'm doing my best to keep it on a week-to-week basis. I'm trying to do just like coaches and players do. I'm trying to celebrate 24 hours after a victory, and then, hey, move on to the next one and not look ahead. But, you know, the schedule is favorable. to where if we win, and listen, when you have a Heisman candidate, also, you got to keep in mind with a Heisman candidate and a Heisman hopeful, I think that maybe gives you a little bit more of a springboard week to week, because now if you got this guy that's a Heisman hopeful and you're winning game after game, you can't just move him up one spot each week. And if we beat a team like A&M, who A&M will be a top 10 team because they're in the SEC.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, listen, they have Arkansas ranked in the preseason poll at 10, and I know Arkansas is not the 10th best team in the country. So that SEC is so biased, it's just unreal. Clemson is going to get a high ranking. A&M is going to have a high ranking. If we beat A&M, let's say they're top number 7, number 8 or whatever. Let's say we're down there at 19 and 20. You can bet your bottom dollar. If we are at 19 or 20, they will not move us up above 16. It's for some, because they don't want Miami to climb that ladder. But as we go from week to week, if we take care of our business with a Heisman hopeful and we're making noise, and you got 2 potential first-round draft picks in Zion and TVD, you have no choice but to start moving Miami up, because then, in my opinion, I may be wrong, it's going to really make it obvious that the NCAA hates us. I don't know, B-Mac. I don't know. I mean, maybe the history of Arkansas is getting at me, but, I mean, I don't know. We win every game like Cincinnati. They got to put us in.
That makes sense, Beetle. I mean, I agree with you on that.
And that includes the ACC. And I mean, you win every game, you win out. Listen, you almost have to go 12-0 and then win your conference to get in.
Mm-hmm.
One loss, we could wind up being like an Auburn was that year. Remember when Auburn, even though it wasn't a loss, remember when Auburn went undefeated and they were the odd team out? I think that who got in that year?
UCF? Wasn't that UCF that year?
No, it was in the national title. Was it Oregon? Maybe Oregon, and I can't remember who it was. But I know Auburn was under. That was when oh Lord, was it Terry Bowden? I want to say B-Mac. You in Alabama? Help me out. They'll put it up. But I know Auburn. It was 3 teams that was undefeated. And I think Auburn had the better strength of schedule. But the other 2 teams were undefeated, and they put the other 2 teams in the title game. Now, even though that was BCS era, you would still have a similar thing, in my opinion, here. So, just to sum it all up, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I think when it comes down to the rankings, we got to really not even worry about that, man. We just got to go out there, dominate, and just show we are the better team. We can't go out there against inferior teams struggling. We got to go out there, and when we play an inferior team, we got to dominate that inferior team and put them to sleep. Put them to sleep and put them to sleep early.
That's what's up, man. Excuse me, guys. I'm about to put up on the stream, man. Don't forget, November the 11th, you talk Hurricane Bash. There's your link right there, man. Go and get your tickets. We want to see everybody out to come and party with us, man. Come hang out, man. Tickets are on utalksportshow.com. You can get them there, or you can go to Eventbrite and get your tickets, man. So we're going to show you a little sub real quick, man, and we're going to come right back to you guys. So give us like 3 seconds.
Our family.
It's Utah, baby.
But not a kid, Gucci for real, look at the tax, man. Best trap online, look at the facts. If they ain't what you call me, shot it and just text. Push a little weight in my hood and then flex. I'm on the Nike shit for real, you niggas know I got. You niggas know I got.
Yes, sir, man. That's a little something. That's your jam now, ain't it?
You know I got it.
Hey, that's the jam now, ain't it?
Yeah, man, you getting me hype already, man. I'm looking for a little Hennessy right now. You know where I'm at right now. I ain't got no Hennessy.
Get through it tonight, Frank. Get through it, man. Let's say B-Mike.
I saw that.
Auburn was trying to run Tommy Tuberville out of town. I think that was Oklahoma. They put in the championship game.
Yeah, that was That was not now. Was that Oklahoma and it wasn't the year Oklahoma played LSU because you wouldn't have had that would have been the 03 season, so it couldn't have been there. What? Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. But Fielder just hit the nail. Shouts out to B Mac because yeah, it was around that time with Tuberville. But Fielder just hit the nail on the head. The reason SEC teams are always in because they play all the ranked teams. I mean, and listen, that kind of brings me to the other hot topic. You know, I don't want to get into it just yet, but you know, they're talking about the ACC divisions being taken away, and they're gonna vote on that. I'll be honest with you. I like
Translation Kane say Oklahoma versus USC.
Oklahoma versus USC. So I like it. I like the fact that the possibility lies that you're going to get rid of the Coastal Division and the Atlantic Division. So yeah. I was watching. Go ahead. No. I was just saying real quick. I'm gonna toss it back to you. I was watching T2Y last night. They had a good discussion on that 3-5-5.
T2Y, what up, boy?
Yeah. So shouts out to him as well. But yeah, go ahead on D. You got it.
Let's go down this top 25 and see what it's looking like, man. Let's talk about the CBS, the post-spring top 25. At number 1, you got Alabama. Do you have a problem? I got a problem with that, man. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I still feel like Georgia got a good recruiting class coming in. I don't know how they would put them before Georgia. I'm sorry. I
could tell you how. It's because Georgia lost so much to the NFL, and Alabama has their quarterback coming back, and they got a lot of their. They lost a lot to the NFL as well, but I think it's safe to say they have a lot more coming back. And the same thing similar to Miami. You got a Heisman hope. You're actually the Heisman winner at quarterback. He's coming back.
Okay. So we got Ohio State at number 2. They got Georgia at number 3. Oklahoma at number 4. Baylor at number 5.
Stop right there.
That's where I got a problem.
Oklahoma is not going to be the number 4 team. Baylor, I love Dave Aranda. I love his approach, but they are not going to be the number 5 team.
I totally agree, man. That's crazy.
Carry on.
And then, they got them before Michigan because you got Michigan at 6. You got A&M at 7. Notre Dame at 8. Utah at 9. Arkansas at 10. I mean, look at Utah at 9, bro. Like really. And then you got Clemson at 11. What's that be, Mike? Oklahoma would beat out Baylor. Yeah. You got Miami. You got us at 12.
Mm-hmm.
You got Ole Miss at 13. USC at 14. You got Tennessee. Go ahead, Frank.
I don't. USC to me, I think they selling them short as well, because when you're gonna have USC behind teams like Baylor, Michigan, Arkansas,
even Ole Miss. Ole Miss should be up there before though. Yeah.
Because for Ole Miss, Matt Corral is gone.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting over at the quarterback position. Now, yeah, Lane's a good coach, but Matt Corral for that program and for that offense was special.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you got coming in for his successor. I think they're overranked. But once again, what is this? The SEC.
Right.
Arkansas. I know B Mac was saying that Arkansas is a pretty good team. I don't doubt it. They are a good squad. I just don't think they're a top 10 squad. I think that's a team that finishes 8-4, no better than 9-3. To me, they're just not a top 10 squad. They shouldn't be in over USC. Lincoln Riley, I see USC doing similar things that Miami is about to do. I'm not saying they're going to win 10 games, 11 games, but they're definitely going to win more games than some of these teams you just ran off, like Tennessee. Tennessee is on sanctions. Tennessee still got the money in the McDonald's bags they're trying to come away from.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, how? That's just me.
Take a while, guy. 504 Bull is in the building. 504, what
he
it
in
do?
the NO this weekend. All right, I see you. I see you. I see you.
504, what it do, boy? Okay, so we stopped at USC at 14.
Mm-hmm.
15, they got Tennessee. 16, you got Michigan State. 17, you got Texas. 18, Oregon. 19, Wisconsin. 20, you got Oklahoma State. 21, you got Wake Forest. 22, you got BYU. 23, you got Houston.
Wow.
24, Penn State.
Wow.
And 25, Cincinnati.
Wow. So do you
Right.
think Bearcat fans are not offended?
I mean, really? Like, damn.
You made the playoff.
All the way.
You got skull
Right, and
drug or whatever, but still, it's no shame in what happened. A playoff team that ran through their conference, and you're 25.
It's crazy.
BYU. Who is BYU? Come on, man. Ty Detmer ain't there no more. Come on, man.
Crazy, bro. That's crazy.
That's why I don't put all the faith in them rankings. Because who wrote these rankings? That's the CBS poll. Guys like Dennis Dodd. I don't know the rest of them. I just know Dennis Dodd because I would look at those polls all the time.
Right.
I mean, and I'm looking at what B-Mac said. He said Tennessee will be 5-0 by the time they play Bama. Yes, they will. But
we agree, Traylor. We agree.
But
too.
when they play Bama, when that game is over, they will be 5-1, and that will be the beginning of the downfall and the crumbling of their season. They may finish eight wins after that because it's something about when you're undefeated and go against Bama. Not only do they beat you, they take your soul. They take your soul most times. So I'm gonna wait until the preseason poll comes out, and I'm gonna watch for the AP. That's the one that I'm gonna put the most stock in. No, I got you, B. I know you're not saying they're gonna beat them. I'm just saying, I'm with you. They're gonna be 5-0, and then after they take that L, watch what happens to them. I'm just saying, to me, they're getting too much love to be. First of all, if anybody can justify Tennessee at this stage of the game being ranked higher than Cincinnati, please justify that to me. Please.
That's that. Yeah, I don't understand that.
Help me.
But,
make it make sense.
But Frank, we gotta I hate to talk about this and change subjects, but I don't want to look like no hater. And we got some of our brothers in here. We got to say some congratulations, man, to some of our brothers, man. And I'm just going to do it because for the Miami Heat, man, Jeffrey O'Neal, Stephen James. I want to give you guys props. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations for beating the team that shouldn't have been in the first round, man, a play-in team and a team that was, hurt with Mr. Joel Embiid, missing him the first two games. But, hey, man, you get into the Eastern Conference Finals, man. You wait on Milwaukee tonight with Boston, man. And I'm hoping Giannis puts you out, too, man. But, I mean, hey, congratulations thus far on what you've done. So,
what did I say 4 weeks ago on the last show we did here? Well, not in ATL, but when we was here. What did I say? They can go back and look. I said, Eastern Conference Finals, and Giannis is going to send you home. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I ain't giving them nothing. I ain't giving them no props. I ain't giving them no congratulations. I am a hater. Call it what it is. I am a hater. Thanks, B-Man.
Well, I'm going to congratulate. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to congratulate.
Right there. Greek freak.
What did you say, 504?
Back to back.
Greek freak. But listen, man, I want the Heat to go home so bad, boy. Cuban came, but I want him and Jeffrey O'Neal. I want you sitting beside me on the couch, boy.
Yeah, man.
I want y'all to sit beside me, man.
Yeah.
But look, man, let's keep going, man. Okay. I think I said this about a month ago, Frank, and I think that it's a rumor right now. I had heard this, and that was Sam Brooks possibly transferring.
Right.
What's your thoughts on that?
Well,
and that's just that linebacker, man. That's a position that we've been talking about. Yeah. But hey, it is what it is.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing I started looking at, man. I got my notes right here, and I mean, since the end of the 2021 season, you've had 10 teams, 10 players transfer off of the team. Oh
Rob
man, Rob
Dukes.
Dukes.
That's my
Hey,
guy. I know he on big heat.
Rob Dukes, man.
Rob, I know
That's
Rob.
my
Hey, Rob,
guy
we
too,
want you to
man.
go home, Rob. We know,
Yeah.
Rob. We know you're a lifer. We know.
But yeah, man. I looked at that. I saw that. The confirmation that it was gonna happen, and it looks like it's about to happen. And look, man, there's 4 linebackers: Tyler Johnson, Sam Brooks, Tyreek Austin Cave, Deshaun Troutman. And you're only
Deshaun
bringing
Troutman
in,
transferred.
yeah, that's 4. That's 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's 4.
Yep.
You've had 10 of them. 10 of them have left. Okay, 10 of them have left. But out of the 10, talking about 10 total off the team, with everybody. But you got 4 linebackers who have transferred out, and all you got coming in is Caleb Johnson. Now, one of the other guys that's coming in is going to be Agude, who is a defensive end, but he's also considered an outside linebacker. I think with all the defensive linemen that we have gotten, I think that they may try to put him as another one of those guys to fill that void at the linebacker spot. But clearly, Tyler Johnson, Sam Brooks, I think that was more or less a Caleb Johnson infused decision. Dallas in 7. All right, I see.
I agree, Philly, because I don't like Phoenix, man. You know I'm a Laker, so I'm hoping Luka do his thing. I'm hoping Luka can dog on
that would be nice. That would be nice.
It really
would be real nice. But honestly, man, I think when Austin Cave, excuse me, and Troutman transferred out initially, I think that was more or less Basaint, basically knowing that Wesley Basaint was there and he was coming. And listen, no disrespect to the ones that have left, but a lot of these kids had stuff handed to them. They didn't have no tough times. They didn't have no grind. So, Charlie Strong ain't going to play with these boys, as a position coach. Mario ain't going to play with these boys as an overall head coach. He said it, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. So I think, the early deflections of Austin Cave and Troutman were more because Wesley Basaint was coming in. And I think right here, this Caleb Johnson move coming in, I think that pretty much did what it had to do. Haven't heard nothing on Justin Flo yet.
You'll be talking to George pretty soon.
Yeah, George will be the one to really give you some insight on that. My humble opinion, I think it's a slim shot, but I wouldn't hold my breath on it because I think if he wanted to be here, he would have transferred already. That's just my thoughts on it. He would have been here already because he knows what he would have had with Mario. Let's go.
We got a caller, bro.
Let's go.
It's Utah. Caller, state your name and where you're calling from.
My boys. What's up? This your boy B-Mac. What's going on?
That's all I got, man. B-Mac in the building.
Man, on that baby, man.
Congratulations. Thank you, brother.
What's happening, boy? What's going on?
What's going on? What's up, B? How you doing, brother? What's good?
I'm good. L. Frank, man. Congratulations on that baby, man. That's a good feeling, man.
Yes,
Trust
sir.
me, that's a good feeling, man. That to be a pawpaw. That's your boy. I love hearing that word pawpaw.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
One day in, man.
Be healthy.
Yes, sir.
And may God give him the blessings that he's already got in line for him in life, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Man, I'm gonna say this about the linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Leon and Mario on a video the other day. I was at work, and they said it best. They said they could remember when Jimmy was here and how a lot of guys couldn't take it, and said that them guys were leaving in the middle of the night. Now, I'm not saying that it probably is going on. What them guys seeing, the demand is so high with Charlie, and if you can't get it, you're not going to get on that field. And I love it because that means there's not going to be no mediocre.
That's right.
And that's been something that we've been falling too short on for the past couple of years, man. We just been putting mediocre players out there and hoping for the best. Now, I wasn't expecting for Brooks to leave, man. I think that guy. I think if that turf toe wouldn't have got him, I think he would have been a good linebacker at Miami.
Right.
But I also think too now with the coaches we have, you got to work.
You got to work.
Right.
You got that work mentality is so strong right now, and a lot of these guys, like you said, a lot of these guys had a lot of stuff handed to them, and they knew when they was coming in, it was gonna be easy roll, almost like coming from high school and coming into a place to where it's gonna be like a vacation.
See.
And just, hey, don't worry about it. We Miami. No, them days over with. And Mario even said it, man. We got to get back to we got that edge. And like you say, when everything from the administration, he said even the people that fix the water, he said when everything is on point, Miami is so strong. And he's right, because that's the same thing that's going on at Bama and all these other programs. The same thing that Kirby's doing in Georgia. Everything has got to line up, man. You cannot just hand these guys, hey, you the starter. No, you got to work for it, man. You got to show us that we're putting the best player on the field. Now, I think right now, with it being May, schools are graduating and, everybody's transferring. I think by the end of May, going into the early part of June, we should start seeing some different moves being made for linebackers and probably wide receivers and things like that. That's just my opinion. But I really like just listening to Mario. It's like either you get it, you got it, or you don't.
Right.
And that's the way it's supposed to be. I mean, you're going to come in here, you're going to work hard for it. And if you're not going to work hard for it, we can't afford to have you here at this program no more. I mean, man, we talking about a program that really, Mario really got these people going in the right direction to say, hey, we're going to dedicate what we need to this program. We're going to lift it back up. And if we're going to do that, we got to have the best representation that we can on the field, whether it be players, administration, coaches, your young coaches, all your little GAs and all that. Everybody got to be on the same page. And I think that's the best thing we can hope for right now moving forward. Now, I'm gonna say this because I've been out here. I'm sitting on my back deck now, I'm smoking my cigar, and I'm getting my fun water now because it's Friday. I ain't got to be in no truck for the next couple of days, so I'm good.
What you call it? Fun water. What you call it? Be Mike. Fun water.
Fun water now. And smoking my cigar.
Preach.
Now,
big fight.
I'm gonna say this, man. Like I told you, I'm not making no predictions. But you remember what I told you, D, the last time we talked? I said Miami gonna win one of these games. It's either gonna be Texas A&M or Clemson, and both of those games is gonna be played a whole lot different than what the experts are expecting.
Let me ask you this real quick, B-Bank, not to cut you off. Out of those two games, which one you think is gonna be though?
If I had to flip a coin, I think it'll be Texas A&M that we beat.
Why?
L said it earlier. We know, we have known Jimbo for years, just playing against Jimbo, with Miami and Florida State. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask you this question. Here's why I say that. Jimbo has had Winston. He done had some decent quarterbacks, and he still caught hell with Miami. Even though I know it's a rivalry, but he still caught hell with us based off what the talent that he had. He still caught hell with Miami. And I think right now with Jimbo, you got a transfer coming from LSU, and you got a freshman or a sophomore redshirt sophomore quarterback. Man, you really finna trust them? Are you really gonna trust them? And let's just be honest. When it comes to still preparing for a game, I think just what he did with LSU when they had that team they had, he shut them guys down. And I didn't see nobody the rest of the year play defense the way Auburn played when they played against LSU.
Preach.
He shut it down. And let's just be honest. The coaches we have on that staff now, a lot of those guys was under Nick Saban. Trust me, Bethune-Cookman, practice. Whoever we play after that, that's practice. They will start preparing for that game that first week of Bethune-Cookman.
That's right.
They're not. That's going to be more or less like a spring game. No disrespect to Bethune-Cookman, but just like we are talking, you can best leave those coaches in that know. That can be the game that can springboard this program back to the top like we need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now, I can't tell you what's going to happen after that, but every coach, when they take over a program, they look for that big win. So if he can go up there and beat Texas A&M, that's going to lift this program up the same way when Mario went in there when they played against Ohio State. And they beat them. They was prepared, and they went in there, and they did what they had to do. So I'm looking at this coaching staff. They are going to have them guys prepared in a way that they have never been prepared before. Because that stadium, I have seen that stadium. Man, that's a big-ass stadium, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be a lot of people up in there. And let's not forget, the last time Miami, look it up, the last time Miami went up there, went to Texas A&M, we put a whooping on them. And we didn't even have the coaching staff we have now. We went up there and put a whooping on them. So, I know, like I say, I know it's Jimbo and this and that, but I think Jimbo is gonna be so much focused on trying to beat Miami to where he might over prepare. And when you got a young quarterback that's never been in that type of situation before, what you think gonna happen? Because it's been hurting us for years. We ain't got no quarterback. So now you're gonna tell me you're gonna take a transfer that just played at LSU last year, or a red shirt sophomore that you didn't play last year, and you're gonna tell me that y'all finna just beat us by more than 9 points? I don't think so. The quarterback that I'm glad is not there no more, the one that's at Auburn, I think he would have probably put it on us, the one they had last year. I think Jimbo had him going in the right direction. I still don't understand why that cat transferred from Texas A&M. I don't understand that one. But if I had to pick one between those two, I would say I think we beat Texas A&M. I really do, and I really think if the guys' heads are like I think they're going to be by the time we get to Clemson, who knows? They may sneak up in there and take that victory. Who knows? Because I watched their spring game, and I know it wasn't that much. I watched their spring game last night. I'm not sold on Clemson quarterback situation either. Because you can't teach accuracy. And once your quarterback get to the place to where he's jittery and he's trying to make too much happen, that's something that I don't think can be coached out of a quarterback. Once they get happy feet or they get to the point to where they're trying to make simple throws and they overthrowing or they not on point with the short throws, I think that's kind of hard to come back from. That's just my opinion. So I don't really look for Clemson to really. I'm not saying they're gonna be a bad team, and I know Clemson their defense is gonna be nasty. But as far as the offense putting up a lot of points, I just don't see it this year. Because man, it's hard. It's hard to replace two of the best. Two of the best, your OC and your DC, them guys was two of the best in the country. And you finna just tell me you gonna just move somebody up that's been a part of your program and you just finna plug them in? Nah, I don't think that's gonna work like that. So if I had to pick one out of those two, I would say I think we'll get Texas A&M simply because it's early, and I know Jimbo's gonna be thinking the same. Hey, we got Miami coming in here. Now listen, and I'm gonna show you something else. Now you do know they play App State the week before they play us. So that's not. I mean, a lot of people might say, "Oh, they're gonna beat App State." Yeah, but App State play real hard.
Yeah.
That's that team. Them being a young team, they have a tendency to show up sometime when them games are a little bit bigger than what the people expect, and they got to play App State that first week before they play Miami. So who knows? App State may go up in there and get them a game to where you think you're going to come in here and hang 40, 50 points on them, but you really have to come up in there and play. You know, that's just my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, come on now, because I know we ain't had the best team in, you know, last few years, but App State has always played us kind of hard, and you know, when you go back and look in past years, look what they did to Michigan. And what, Michigan was number 3 that year that App State beat them in Michigan? So, who knows? That can be a blessing in disguise for us. You know, y'all got to play App State. And
Also,
we got a game that week too, but I don't think it's going to be as hard as App State.
Also,
you know, that's just my opinion. So
Okay.
we'll see when it really get kicked off. Now let me ask y'all this, because I've been hearing this a lot now around here in Mobile. Do you think the reason why you got these big programs complaining about this NIL deal stuff is because they know what it's going to do for a couple of these programs, or is it because everybody has finally figured out, or well, something we already knew, that people then already, we done figured out the formula? Hey, Alabama been paying players for years, so now it's a problem because now everybody else been paying. You kind of get where I'm going?
Definitely. I totally agree with you. I just think they know for a fact now. And look what we was doing it with the Nevin Shapiro thing. Everybody was doing it then. We just so happened to get caught back then, Larry Frank. But it's been going on. And they know that Miami is a destination spot, man. Everybody want to come to Miami. Everybody, it's money down there. It's women down there. It's nice in Florida. So Larry Frank, who don't want to come to Miami?
Yeah, and if you look at the programs that they are trying to hush up, it's Miami,
of course,
USC, UCLA, Texas A&M, and I just got to thinking, you look at the states, them your what?
Tax-free
3 top
states
for recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, financially, y'all gonna be pretty pissed off because now, guess what? And see, like I tell people all the time, I live in Alabama. It's nothing, man. I got family living in Tuscaloosa, dude. There's nothing there. And I know a lot of people say, well, you got the boosters. Well, the same thing I broke down to my cousin yesterday. I said, man, ask yourself this. If you're a booster, okay, let me just point something out to you. And you've been getting away with the bag man dropping off a couple of thousand at a recruit's front door or dropping it off somewhere and he getting the money and that's it. And boom, Alabama, whoever they get the player. And that's it's over. Well, now you got players that want to get paid I don't know how to get paid with that NIL deal. I don't know if it's every 2 weeks or every. Now you got a player that say, hey, I need a check from you every so many weeks. That booster going to look at that player like he crazy. Because you used to get away with just giving him a couple thousand and giving him a car or giving his mom or his dad somebody a job and getting a house, and that was it. Well, now that booster, that player going to say, nah, it don't stop right there. I need to get a check from you. This is what I'm worth. And if you don't like it, I get the hell on. So now, where that booster was giving so much money to that university, for facilities and all that, he go to thinking, well, hell, if I got to keep giving money to players, getting them jobs and everything, I ain't got to give that money to the university no more. So I'm just concentrating. In other words, I don't think a lot of these big teams like your Alabamas, your Georgia, I know South Carolina, Clemson, I don't think they was ready for that.
It wasn't.
Because it was so easy to just drop off a bag, the player there, he good, on to the next recruit. Well, now you can't do that because guess what? You got a 5-star that may be looking at Bama, but he take a trip down out of Miami, and they say, well, hey, we can get you this NIL deal doing this, and this will go on for the next 4 years. Whereas you go to Bama, they can't fit that deal like that. If you kind of understand what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Because after Bryce Young got that big deal, I ain't hear nothing else about no other players in there in Alabama.
Right.
Getting no major deal, for that. I ain't hear nothing else about no other player but Bryce Young. And if you think about it, what Nick Saban do? Oh yeah, Bryce Young just got over me. He was pushing that one deal, but he never said anything else about none of his other players. So you using that as a recruiting to say, well, hey, you can come here and get a meal, when in reality, you know that's BS.
True.
That's why you starting to get all this pushback from these other coaches and universities. Now, hey, man, we got to put this, we got to stop this, because they wanted to go back to the old way. Because why? I was able to do it the way I was doing it, and it was working for me, and I don't have to really worry about trying to pay, a recruit this much money, when now them days are over. You got these big states and these big cities where these kids can come in and get one deal over here, a deal over there, a deal over here, and the ball can keep rolling. Because I watched that interview with Paul and the guy in Miami. Man, Paul didn't like that.
John Ruiz,
a guy that's been scratching Alabama nuts for years, he didn't want to hear that because the way he broke it down was A1. He didn't want to hear that. Paul Feinborn wanted to be turmoil because he know, Miami, because you know what happened once Miami started climbing that ladder. We get back to kicking y'all ass, and you don't like that. It's always been that way. And I mean, I hate to tell you, but college football is changing, and it ain't going to stay the same, Paul. So you either get with it or get rolled over. But, man, I ain't going to hold y'all boys up, man. I know other people going to want to get on the phone and talk, man. But like I told you, one game at a time. That's the way I'm taking the season. We beat Bethune 1-0. We beat whoever it is, Middle Tennessee or whoever it is, 2-0. We beat Texas A&M 3, and we're going to take it like that. I'm not going to get overhyped. I'm not going to make no predictions. And like I always tell you, I'm not drinking this Kool-Aid. You have to. Hey, that's just where I'm at, buddy. I done drunk enough. Toothaches, backaches.
You belly full?
I'm full. I'm not drinking no more, player. I believe in you, and I know what you can do, and I'm with you. And, man, I'm talking about, man, please, the Utah family, for anybody that have not seen that video with Mario and Leon at the ACC spring meeting, man, go watch that video, man. That man got a plan. Mario has a plan, and I mean he is sticking to it. And that's what this program been missing for years. I mean, dude, I'm not going to ruin it, but he said something that lets me know he have always wanted to be a Hurricane. He has always wanted to be this coach, man. That guy said he was up in Oregon, man, and he was still calling back down here in so many words to try to back to Miami to try to find out, how they doing. Because he says in his blood. He said you cut him, he gonna bleed orange and green, and that's what all those cats, man. They don't want to see that program taking no hits like they've been taking, man.
Right.
They want that program to be at the top because they know once we get to the top, dude is on.
Right.
So like I say, I'm with them. I want everything to stay the way it is, and it ain't against Mario, but hey, the past coaches, man, they done effed it up for you. So now you got to show me. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. And like always, man, I'm glad y'all do these shows because this is the way I stay connected to this youth family, man. And keep doing what you're doing. Man, congratulations on that grandson again, man. Take care of him, man, and instilled in him what our fathers instilled in us, man. Just teach him how to be a great man. And I know you are going to do that, man. And like I said again, congratulations, brother. And y'all boys have a good night. And I'm pushing D. I'm trying to make some changes, brother. But I am pushing so hard to be in Atlanta, man, for the little party, man.
I want you to be here, man.
Come on
Hope
through.
you can make it.
Come
Hope
on
you
through.
can make it, bro.
Bro, I'm pushing hard. I'm trying to move mountains right now to get out of what I'm tied into right now. I actually sent the text out to my guy today. He didn't get back with me, but I'm hoping to be there, guys. And man, like I say, man, enjoy the show, man. Y'all got cats keep doing what y'all doing, man. Y'all have a blessed night this weekend. Like always, be careful, be safe. And I will talk to you guys on on the other side, man.
All right,
Yes, sir.
Mike, man.
Yes, sir. Be
Man, love you,
blessed.
brother, man. You have a good night, man. Thank you, man. Have a great weekend.
All right, my boy.
All righty,
All
brother.
right. Be blessed.
It's you talk, baby.
That's all I got, man. B Mike, Brian, McKenzie, man. Always a great take, man. Man, like I say, I hope all of y'all can come November the 11th to the Miami Utah Hurricane Bash. I hope, like I say, if you know me, man, I got some things for the guests that's gonna come, man, and man, just come by and fraternize with us. Like I say, man, get your tickets over at Eventbrite, UTalkSportsShow.com. We'll have a great time, Larry Frank.
Yes, sir.
We'll have a great time, man. So,
Absolutely.
anything else you want to touch on tonight, brother?
Real quick, man, because B Mac was making some massively great points, and I just wanted to kind of piggyback on a couple of things, and then real quick, I saw where people still kind of skeptical of the defense, so a couple of minutes real quick, and then we can wrap it up. First things first, they got Appalachian State, then us, and I was looking when B Mac was talking. The following week they have Arkansas. We are going to be a trap game, I think, for them, because that's going to be the first game of SEC play the following week. And if Arkansas is out the gate like the people are thinking they will be, some of those guys, listen, they're not going to take Miami serious, because to them, we are not the Miami that we are trying to become again. Jimbo knows, but the rest of those kids, I don't think he's going to get to them. So I think we will be a trap game. And as B-Mac said, you got to see what's happening coming off of App State. I think App State's probably going to push them to the limit at times during that game. So who knows? As far as the NIL, to piggyback off of what he was saying about the NIL.
We got to call a big dog.
Let's go.
Let's take one more.
All right.
It's you, dog. Call us, state your name and where you calling from.
Jamal Davis, Avon Park, Florida.
They go Jamal Davis. Avon Park, Florida in the building.
Larry Frank, what the deal, man?
My guy.
What the deal, Larry Frank?
What's up, my guy? How you doing?
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. Can hear us?
You can hear?
Yeah, I can hear you. What y'all boys?
Ask him if he can hear me, because he might not be able to hear me.
Just like Larry Frank.
Hey, can you hear Larry Frank?
No, I can't hear Larry Frank.
All right. I'm going to switch these phones, because it's got to be the phone. So hold on. Let me switch the other one.
Hello?
Tell him, go ahead on.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Jamal.
Yeah, I say, hey, man, I mean, just to say, is how you beat those first two teams, too. I mean, hey, not the bash up on FAMU, but, hey, man, you got to beat them 70-0, man.
Right.
Right.
The Bethune-Cookmans. You gotta smash these teams, man, whenever they're on the schedule. I totally agree with you.
All right, Jamal, you can hear me now?
I think Texas A&M will be a good win.
Jamal,
but it won't be that.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, Larry Frank, go ahead and say something.
Yeah, Jamal, you can hear me now?
Jamal, can you hear Larry Frank?
No, I can't hear.
Yeah, something. I think it might be something with the connection. So yeah, it's all good.
Let me hang up.
No. That it's on our end. No.
Well, because we're gonna get ready to get out of here. Go ahead, Jamal. Make your point. You good?
Oh no, yeah, man. You got to bash those guys, man. You got to bash them. But I say, Texas A&M will be a good win, but it won't be that marquee win. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're in between two. They trying to get over the hump. They'll beat Alabama every now and then, but then they'll come back and lose to somebody insignificant. You see what I'm saying? So they trying to get over the hump too. And I mean, but hey, you can't count Jimbo out, man. Jimbo a good coach.
Well, you can't count Jimbo or Dabo out. And I would ask you this: out of those two games, we just asked B-Mike the same thing. Out of those two games, out of Clemson and Texas A&M, which one do you feel like that? Do you feel like we can win both, or which game are you leaning to a little bit more?
I think you can win both, because I think the hardest one would be Texas A&M, because I think they're trying to climb back up like Miami. But Clemson to me is on a downtrend, I mean, looking at them last year, I mean, they was. I don't see where they're gonna get too much better from last year. Unless they get in some top recruits, because I mean, they defense was like garbage. They secondary was garbage, boy.
Yeah, definitely wasn't what we was accustomed to seeing. Definitely.
Yeah, man. I don't
right.
know what he was thinking about, but that defense was garbage, man. They can't cover nobody. But Miami, man, I mean, it's to be seen with the defense. We know the offense can put up points, so we got to see what the defense gonna do. You know, I mean, that was their problem last year. Defense didn't show up every game, and offense, you know, was mediocre. But I mean, the offense can put up points. Because I mean, you could look at them one game and say, boy, they over the hump. Then they come back the next week, and then you be like, man, what happened? I mean, I think Miami win 9-10 games next year. I think they win 9-10 games.
I had to say 9-3.
Yeah, it'll be somewhere around up in there, I think. But I mean, they can win out, man. You never know.
Oh, I totally
Depending
agree.
on what they put together down there.
We got the coaching staff that can do it, definitely.
Yeah, and now they got, you know, I mean, they can't get in trouble for, you know, getting players money now. So, hey, man, you never know what's going to come back.
Look at, you should see Frank's face right now, Jamal.
Yeah. I mean, you know, man, the old youth might come back where they were jamming on the field, man. You know what I'm saying?
They need to let Nevin go ahead and come back, Jamal and Larry. They need to let Nevin go ahead and come back and run out the smoke with him. Bring Nevin back.
Nevin needs to get an actual business and not a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, Miami build back to the top, though, man. I do. I really do think they're coming back. I give them by. I think they're really, like, with this coach, I think they're 2 to 3 years out from being, like, back in the top 4 going to the playoffs.
Okay.
I can see that.
Okay.
They do, but it's to be seen this year, and then you really can go from there. Because, I mean, well, you know, this is his first year, and he's trying to get everything in, but I think he had a good – see, he did good when he went over to Oregon. And he built Oregon program back up. So, I mean, I'm basing it off of that, and I think you get a little bit better caliber player than Oregon into Miami. I think he get better recruits. But they better start recruiting big, like North Carolina. I mean, like probably Nebraska, the big linemen again, man.
You talking about in the trenches? In the trenches on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, they got to run behind some beef. I mean, you know, they get good defensive players out of play. It's the linemen, the offensive linemen they need. That's what Miami's been missing for a minute, offensive linemen.
That's what's up.
A lot of schools missing offensive line, though. But I'm finna hang up, man. I was just calling and mess with Larry Frank. Hey, man, that bad. I'm ready for that bad. And tell MB, man, I do look better than him, man.
I'm gonna tell Melvin what you said too. I'm gonna tell him. You know, Brad stay on you, boy. He be talking about you. He calls you. Melvin Brad called him a dark-skinned Puerto Rican.
What?
Yeah.
Tell Larry Frank,
I hear you. At least you know which Larry it is, so it's all good.
Hey Jamal, Larry said, at least you know which Larry it is.
I don't want no smoke. I'm good.
All right, boy.
Oh man, love Jamal.
It's you talk, baby.
What you was saying, though, Frank? Go ahead and see what you was saying.
No, I was just gonna say real quick, and I'm gonna get my little finishing points in. But before Jamal had called in, I was just gonna say, as far as the NIL is concerned, I don't think you're gonna see any legislation or any caps put on the amount of money, except if it comes out that Miami is starting to cash in millions. What did he say? Granddaddy going to show his grandson tapes? Go Giannis. Go Giannis. I ain't worried about him. But like B-Mac said, B-Mac made a good point previously that it's a problem now that schools like Miami and USC and Texas, the schools that used to kind of be in the mix before, can get back into play. Because what's going to happen is you're going to start dividing all of that talent that's going into the SEC, and now they're going to start spreading out, which is going to weaken the SEC. So B-Mac was on to it when he broke that down, so I wanted to give him props on that. The last thing I wanted to do real quick, because I see a lot of people still having doubts of the defense, and I get it. I went ahead and piled a couple of stats here of some of the guys, the defensive guys we got out the portal, and bringing the experience in. And I'm going to just run it down real quick. Caleb Johnson, linebacker, 18 games, 89 tackles, 4.5 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery. That's a linebacker. Akeem Mesidor. That's UCLA. Okay. Akeem Mesidor, defensive lineman, 21 games, 70 tackles, 9.5 sacks, 14.5 tackles for loss. The hybrid, linebacker / defensive end, Mitchell Agude, also from UCLA. 18 games played, 78 tackles, 14.5 tackles for loss, 6 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. Cornerback, Darryl Porter Jr., who personally I think he's going to get that starting spot. I think he's going to be that starting corner, opposite of Stevenson. I really believe that's going to be your two right there. 13 games, 46 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 5 passes defended, 1 pick. Darrell Jackson, just got him from Maryland, defensive tackle. 8 games, 22 tackles, but he is a run stuffer. He is 6'6", 305 pounds. He is a massive something in the middle, so watch out for him. Defensive end Antoine Moultrie, we highlighted him a few shows ago, I should say, out of UAB. 34 games played, 116 tackles, 2 sacks, 10.5 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery. And finally, on the defensive side of the ball, Jake Lichtenstein. 17 games played, 42 tackles, 4 sacks, 8 tackles for loss. The reason why I highlighted these guys on defense is for one simple reason. If you take all of these numbers at all of these positions and put them on last year's team or previous year's teams, don't you think our win totals would have been better? Or if not, at least our defensive production would have been better. Absolutely. Yes. So now, take these guys, whether they're starters or whether they're in rotation, and insert them with what we have with the coaching staff. I want everybody out there to remember this. I got PTSD on the defense too, but when I look at this kind of production that's coming in, it makes me feel a lot better. So I just wanted to go over that real quick. So that's what I have for that.
That's what's up. So everybody, it's been real, man. It's been another Friday night, man, with You Talk, man. And we want to thank all of you guys that tuned into the show. So we're going to let Papa Larry give his departing parts, words, and let him get to his grandbaby, man, because he's been smiling all night, y'all. So again, we want to give our guy, our brother, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. Let's say congratulations to him again, man, on his grandchild.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man. Y'all holler at him in the chat and tell him congratulations.
Appreciate it. And also, want to send a shout out back to you, D, for the hospitality that you showed to me and my family a few weeks ago when we came through the A. Man, we had fun. My wife loved it. My daughter loved it. And it's the first of many, bro. The first of many. So
most definitely, brother. You already know.
Sir. Yep.
B-Harp say congratulations, man. They lining it up, man. Thank you, B-Harp.
Thank you. Like I say, it's been a rough 8 months, man. Ups and downs, but like I say, the circle of life. And I mean,
that's what it is.
Hey, man, it just goes around and around and around. I'm just happy that I have an addition now. I had some subtraction, so now I got another addition. So hey, man, I'm blessed and just want to send shouts out to everybody and thank everybody for the well wishes. And Cuban King, yes, I'm going to pull out Betamax tapes and show my grandson Betamax tapes of the Bulls. I'm also going to pull out Betamax tapes, and I would show them championships of the Heat, but there's only 2 of them or 3 of them I could show. At least I got more Betamax tapes of Bull championships and Heat championships.
And Lakers.
And
Lakers
Lakers titles, you know. So I'm gonna blow the dust off and show them all of that, you know. I'm gonna show them and say, look, man, this Heat team right here, grandson. Guess what? This Heat team was good many moons ago. This team we got right here, I don't know what we got right here. You were born this team right here, and they got swept by the Greek Freak. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm done.
Hey man, it's been real, man. Hey, shout out to Jeremy Wilkinson too. I got up with Jeremy too. Last night.
Yeah, my guy. Yeah.
He gonna be coming to Atlanta next month, man. I told him, man, we gonna link up, man, and want to see all of them guys at the Bash, man. I think he coming to the Bash, man. Want to see everybody, man, at the Utah Bash, November the 11th. November the 11th, 8 p.m., man. DJ Sam will be on the 1s and 2s. The live broadcast is going to be from 8 to 10. We're going to have food. We're going to have drinks, man. Come out and party with your family, man. But like I say, it's been real, man. We enjoyed all of you guys tonight. Thank you for chiming in. Like always, we love y'all. We're going to see you in 2 weeks. Like I say, as it gets closer, we'll go back to the 2 shows a week. Y'all know how the normal schedule is. So everybody have a safe, blessed weekend. Y'all know we love you guys. And y'all know how we start every show. And Larry Frank, they know how we end every show. It ain't no us without you, baby.
Throw 'em up.
And we're going to take it out, man, with the promo, man, for the Utah Hurricane Bash. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. We love you guys. It's Utah, baby.
It's Utah, baby. It's Utah, baby.
But not a kid, Gucci for real, look at the tax. Best trap alive, look at the facts. If they ain't what you call me, shot it and just did. Push a little weight in my hood and then flex. I'm on the Nike shit for real, you niggas work out.